How do you start a YouTube channel? If you're asking yourself this question right now, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to talk about and give you some advice on how all of you can start your own YouTube channel, find a topic for your channel, and start telling the story you want to tell the world. But I'm not only going to talk about all these things. At the end of the video, I will also give you the best possible example, so stick with me. So first, who am I and how did I start? My name is Quentin, I'm 24 years old, and for months, if not years, I have asked myself the question, how do I start my own YouTube channel? There are so many great creators out there, and I would love to be a part of them, but I never even published a video. So how do I catch up? How do I start? How do I continue? Is it even possible to catch up? All these questions I have in my head. So first thing I did to start my YouTube channel is ask myself, what do I tell other people in real life? When you think about it, when you talk to other people, what do you tell them? What gets people interested in you? What is your knowledge area? These are questions you have to ask yourself. And when you find an answer to that, you could possibly make videos about that. Because if people in real life are already interested about it, then for sure there are other people out there on the internet who are also interested. So what is my story? What do I tell other people? Everybody has a story, I'm sure of it. A lot of people say, oh, I have nothing interesting in my life going on. I'm not even sure people would be interested. I don't know how to tell a story and so on. So I thought the same. Okay, for sure, I think I have a story, but I don't know how to tell it, and would people even be interested? I know my life, but do other people want to know my life? I think so. Because I've seen a lot of videos now about storytelling, TED Talks, presentations, other YouTube videos about storytelling and how you catch people's attention and how you tell people interesting things. And all of them say everybody has a story. You're just not sure how to tell it because good storytelling is not easy. Bad storytelling is very easy, but that's not what you want to do, right? So you have to get the points right about how you tell your story. So first thing, what is my story? Write it down and then think about what are interesting parts of your story. What is a story? It's your life. This is your story. Your whole life and everything that happened in it. And every life is unique, for sure. Everybody has their own life. Everybody has other things happening in their life. So every story in the world is unique. It's okay. Now that you've thought about what is your story, what interesting things happen in your life, how do you get out there and start telling it? That's the hard part, right? Like thinking for yourself, easy. But telling it to others, hard, difficult. So what are you going to do? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. My YouTube channel is my attempt of doing that. And I'm still at the beginning. So of course, I will have to learn. Not everything is going to be perfect. I'm going to have a lot of embarrassment at first, for sure. But I just want to stick with it. And here I am, making a video about my story, how to tell it. So, if you're really interested in doing or starting your own YouTube channel, I'm sure you've watched other videos about this. And a lot of people tell you and give you this advice, pick a niche. You don't want it to be too broad. It should be something specific so that people get to know you for this niche. But what should be my niche? Honestly, I'm not too sure about this one, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice which is contradictory to all the other advice. Don't pick a niche. Experiment. Start talking about different things, making videos about different topics. And then you judge which kind of videos are doing great, which not so good, what are people interested in when I talk, because maybe you can talk about finance, but people are not interested when you talk about finance. But if you tell your, historical story from your life, then people are more interested. So try out different things at the beginning and then you can choose. And you don't even have to choose only one, you can choose different ones. I think there are a lot of YouTubers who are not only doing videos for one niche, but for a few. So these are the questions you should ask yourself at the beginning. Now that you have answered these questions for yourself, it's time for the example. This video. This video is the best example of how to start a YouTube channel. Why? Because it's my first ever video on my YouTube channel. Did I even know where to start? Not really. but I just wanted to start my own YouTube channel. And here I am talking to you, talking to the camera, getting my face in front of the camera and just talk. That's the important thing. Okay, of course, I'm not talking nonsense, I hope, but talk about something that gives value to your viewers, right? So I'm telling you in this video how to start a YouTube channel, and I'm giving you this example. I'm out here and I just want to start. So that is the best piece of advice I think one can get. Just start. Doesn't have to be perfect at the beginning, because if you think about it, probably not many people are gonna see this video. And it's gonna be the same for you. YouTube is not TikTok where you can go viral with one video at the beginning, right? So it's consistency over time. So you have to start. Well, at the beginning, it's going to be bad or, well, medium good, but it's not going to be really good. Practice makes perfect in the case of YouTube. So here I am, just wanted to start, and that's what I'm doing. So let me tell you a bit more about myself and what's my story, because I think I had a pretty eventful life until now. I'm only 24 years old, but still I think I lived a lot of things. So I want to tell you a bit more, and in the next videos I'm going to explain and talk about more things. So first, my name is Quentin, I'm 24 years old, and I already lived in 5 different countries. But let's start from the beginning. I was born in Germany to French parents in the year 2000. When I was 6, I moved to China, Shanghai to be precise. And there I lived for 7 years. In 2013, I moved to Brazil. In Brazil, or in Sao Paulo, I lived for 3.5 years. And there I finished my high school degree. After that, I moved back to Germany for my studies. In 2022, kind of right after the pandemic, when things were loosening up a bit, I decided to do a backpacking trip. At first, I wanted to go for 3.5 months and then start my master degrees in summer 2022. But things went a bit differently. When I was in Mexico and Guatemala for my backpacking trip, I loved it so much. So I said, okay, I'm not ready to go home yet. I want to stay another whole year. So in the end, my trip went on for 15 months in total. I traveled through almost all of Latin America, saw a lot of different things, got to know a lot of great people, learned a lot of lessons. I know it sounds cliche, but I came back a different person. After my trip, I went back to Madrid to finish my studies for a year. And right now, I'm in Colombia, my 5th country where I'm living, and it's amazing. So that's my story in short. And in the next videos, I'm going to talk a bit more about my story, my experiences, what I learned, what I've lived. And I'm sure some of those things will be interesting for you. So if you want to get to know more about this, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more. See ya.